from Div 5 to D2, if I
D2,
remember
yeah,
correctly.
D2. Big jump.
So we're in for a screamer here, I think.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, if UEH Blue is any reflection, both teams have grown a lot since then. And we're looking at a good match here. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So same lineup as last week. Still no Worm, my poor Worm. Miss him dearly. But now that we have some more time with Miss Dime under the belt of UAH Blue, I think that we're going to see a lot more cohesiveness.
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely some more comfortability. I think they're on like a 2 scrim a week at least schedule. So, a lot of time in between each game. A lot of time to get more comfortable, get, new characters under our fingers a bit more. You want to talk about that?
That is what I was going to say next.
Yeah.
Is 5 new characters straight in, no warm up.
That's big. When I saw that NECC announcement, I genuinely I couldn't believe it. It's just
I'm
they're in.
I'm still so surprised just because of the fact that precedent has been 2 weeks, grace period, no character, and then bam, we're into 5 new people.
I mean, this is anything but ordinary. 5 new
Yeah.
characters on the start. It's gonna shake things up a lot. I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna have any idea what's going on. It's
Yeah.
gonna be terrible.
I'm gonna do the best that I can with some of these new characters, but I think that we're gonna see some. I think we're gonna see some Mizuki.
Yeah, new
Uh,
sport.
I think that we're gonna definitely see Domina.
Oh yeah, depending on the map. I mean, new poke tank. Last one
Yeah.
six Sigma, and it's actually like a poke tank this time, and not just like 2 rocks coming out every now and then.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. I watched one of their scrims last night, and they were running Domina, so it's
Oh
definitely in
god.
the meta.
But I don't think we're gonna see any of the 2 new DPS characters. I don't think.
I heard Onron was good. I think they nerfed her a little bit.
You
Onron being the
think?
fire chick. I played
Well,
her very sparsely, and I think she's decently balanced.
I mean, is that from the playtest that they did 3 days out, or is that from?
I think yeah, okay, so they playtest, and then when everyone dropped, all 5 of them, that's whenever she got like a minor nerf. And then I
Okay.
think there was recently a patch today, if I remember, but I have not looked through it at all.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I didn't know I didn't realize there was a patch today until I was playing earlier and I was playing some Vendetta and I went to take my minor perk and I said, huh, that used to be 40% lifesteal and now it is 30%. So I don't
Better
really
man than
know
me.
what.
I wouldn't remember that one.
No, well I mean 40% seemed like a lot, but I mean I don't know. So some Domina, some Mizuki, maybe DPS. What about that cat, bro? That stupid cat. I mean,
Oh, it's so bad.
like, don't get me wrong, I love the cat, but are we seeing them permabanned? Like, are we seeing them allowed sometimes? Like, what do we think is more important?
Teams are tactically okay. Well, not in NECC, of course, because you can only ban one thing per game. But
Yeah.
in ranked, at least, teams are tactically banning like 2 supports so that they can have the cat unbanned
Mm.
because they just want to play him so bad. And it's like she's pretty broken.
Yeah, I mean, healing numbers with just the primary fire, and then you add the AoE heal on top of it, and then positioning opportunity and uh, easy environmental kill opportunity with the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's gonna be fun to watch regardless. I'm not sure how fun it'll be to play.
I've been too scared to touch either of the supports thus far.
I don't blame you. I mean, the one support Mizuki, I can't remember his name, but he looks really fun. I haven't seen much
Yeah.
about him at all. I haven't played too much, but
All I really know is that he's got the healing ramps up as you deal damage and heal is all I understand about him, which is interesting. Because it's meant, I feel like that's meant to be super sustainy rather than big burst heal.
yeah,
But he's
yeah.
also
But
got I don't know.
I guess we'll soon see. I mean, We'll soon see. I think we are getting info on the first map ban or map pick in hero ban for game 1.
Yes. So it looks like we're going to be going to Busan map 1, which we can talk about the Busan pick here in a second, but we're banning Lucio and we're banning Sig.
The other team's banning Lucio. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a bit of a blow. I think.
I mean,
Our
I think that kind of puts us onto either Domina or Zarya, and go Zarya Vendetta still.
I have yet to see the Smo's jetpack cat.
Non-Lucio? Oh,
He
God,
changed
we're
his
putting-
profile picture. He's a jetpack cat main in my
Oh,
eyes.
no.
I
He
think
took
we're
my
gonna see
advice
it
too
here.
literally. Oh, God. So we are in... I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna see comp-wise. We got a little glimpse there. I saw a Widowmaker, which I don't think that's gonna hold true, hardly at all. But I'm interested to see how comps are gonna change with these characters in the mix here.
It'll be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean it could be the start of a change for UH Blue. We could see a lot more wins.
I really hope so. That's
I think
what I want out of this.
It's all about who adapts more, and we're gonna see Smos on the jetpack cat.
Oh,
Plan to win.
so this is kind of what I was thinking was going to happen, is we were going to be putting Domina in the place of Poke Tank.
Work hard.
We're going to see Kiri Lucio or
my favorite.
Cat Lucio, and then we were going to keep the same DPS core of Ashe or Sojourn and Genji or Vendetta.
Round 1. Capture the
Yeah,
objective.
I mean I think that's a pretty astute observation. I think that is gonna be how it's gonna shake down.
Yeah, and so we already see some of the positioning aspect of Jetpack Cat with trying to get the tank, or rather trying to get Opal Bison or getting Bespin out there early, straight out of the gate. We're seeing a
Ooh,
in the most random fight. You see Dominic Bespin was able to get the Genji picked off here.
it was a lot of burst damage. I mean, if you hit that headshot, but you
Yeah.
saw how fast she fell down. She's on pure blue shield, or
Right.
I think it's a shield,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, just shield.
No damage
She
reduction.
just takes, no damage reduction, takes it instantly. I'd be surprised if we can see that change in the future. We're going to see MSM trying to get up on high ground, put some shots down range, and it's going to be really hard, I think, for Best to show in a place where we're not going to be able to obliterate the middle section of it so easily.
Yeah, I'd say we are seeing a dive versus poke here. A bit of a hybrid poke. I think that Domina's a bit of a weird in-betweener. You gotta walk him down.
Bison able to pull out a pick on the Genji here. MS Time coming back, so that you able to take this fight slow. But so we have Max, I would say that name, able to put some good damage with the secondary fire of Winston here, and we're going to see him dive straight on his grub. But we were going to see Kitsune come out as soon as possible, and UH is going to keep them from trying to flip it there.
Yeah, we're holding up pretty close here, trying to make sure they can't walk out that middle corridor. Seeing a lot of poke on our Domina.
Yeah,
Gonna get taken away to reposition.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is being able to take your tank out of the fight a lot earlier than being able to just walk back. And that's going to be another investment up and try to put some big damage here on point. Trying to get the stop. We're going to happen though. And we're going to see the primal come out. And I'm not sure that Vetch is going to be able to live this one, as Smos is going to fall as well. So UH is just going to have to regroup here.
Good hold though. I mean, we got 30% just from that one fight alone, up to
100%,
61
yeah.
on the lead. So we've got 2 ults coming in this fight against their 2 now. Almost 3 with Genji Blade, I suppose. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough siege, but I think it's pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's super doable, so we're just going to have to see them clear this high ground and try to get them pushed back a little bit. With Vespid walking up a little bit too far, the Winston able to drop down on top of him, but it's not going to be enough to keep the Winston in there, and we are going to see UNC Greensboro pull out their own rush as that leaves them with just Genji ult coming up. But they also use the overclock I just now see that.
Yeah.
So UAH is gonna have super good ult economy going into this flip here, and we are gonna see the blade come out from UNC here, and we're gonna see Boog come out onto point. Yes, and we're seeing everybody pop their ults here, trying to put as much as they can onto the point, keep them from flipping it. But I think UAH has the upper hand here, being 4v3, and we are going to see Smose try to get some damage onto the Ana, but the Sojourn's going to be there to keep it up, and miss Dime with an absolute...
with the domer.
Laser. Yep. Absolute laser beam. And that's going to be enough for UAH to flip it, and it's going to be in their favor for this next fight, as we are going to have Rush still be able to come out super early. Super early. We are going to see Smose popping off in the side room. Popping off. It's unbelievable. With Vespid just... He's fighting ghosts?
He's playing,
I can't really tell.
He's playing map. He's playing, you know, positioning here. We got
positioning
Jetpack
shots.
Cat. Come on.
Shots.
We don't need heavy work. We got Jetpack Cat.
True. MS Time playing super far back. To my knowledge, is her damage reduction like that far where she can play that back?
Yeah, they buffed it recently. We're seeing a nano on to siege back point. This will be the final fight of this map.
100%. We're about to see Primal come out. There it is. UAH only coming up on Jetpack Cat ult any kind of soon. They're going to have to hold as best as they can. Vespid very low. Not able to survive though. Shrub goes down as well. And it looks like UNC is going to be able to take this first point. As Smose is going to try to get the overtime. He's got the touch. Not sure that Opal Bison can follow it up though.
Show me what you're made of.
So that's a tough round to lose there right at the end. So what are we looking to see that they did really well from that map, and what could they do better going into point 2?
I think the picks were strong. We saw a pretty goated display of Jetpack Cat, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean,
Achilles heel of that whole push was just using 4 ults at once. I think that they kind of miscalculated. We needed one more fight after that of secured victory, and we just overspent, and that really kind of led to getting rolled there.
We were close getting back on to, I believe it was Rush coming up next, or maybe it was Jetpack Cat coming up next there, but unfortunately they weren't able to secure that. So we're going to be seeing a pretty big switch here. We're going back onto the Vendetta like I thought we would. But we are going to be seeing the Mizuki here as Smose is going to shift over to the Juno, which to my knowledge, Smose doesn't have that bad of a Juno.
The Smose Juno's good. No complaints. We're going to see an early engage here on Malga onto this Domina, knowing that she's squishy, trying to do whatever we can to take her out of the fight as soon as possible. It might be too long, and we might just get whittled down there.
Yeah, I don't think he was able to get him down in time. The healing from, is that Baptiste? Yeah, Baptiste healing, just super high output, and then having, I cannot remember his name, Wuyong. Jeez. There to assist with that. They weren't able to get the Domina down.
I think that we skipped some steps. We went in too prematurely. We weren't aware of that Sojourn on that off angle, just laying into our Malga, and we couldn't quite keep everyone up long enough to take out the Domina as we wanted to.
Yeah, 100%.
See another engage here.
We're going to be seeing a big coordinated engage here. Huge missiles from my goat Smose. Opal Bison not able to get as far in there, but able to get 2 people low, which is going to secure this fight and flip the point for UAH. Wuyong still just kind of hanging around behind UAH with the Soldier, hoping to get some more damage and try to get early chip in. I think we're going to see a flip here. Not much that Miss Dime can do by herself. But we are going to be able to see Smose and Vespa get back onto the point, try to contest that. Using no resources, using the train to his advantage, as he's going to try to charge in here and try to put some damage into this back line. And, I mean, you can see it from there. Just the Domina is just melting. Even if she doesn't die, she's got to back up so far.
Yeah, we're looking to take space here, trying to abuse that fact. The Domina can't hold space or take space that well unless we have a pick.
Right.
And so he's just going, for lack of a better word, balls deep onto their back line.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty big engage for Vespid there. And we are going to see multiple ults come out. We're going to see Cage, we're going to see Mizuki's, we're going to see Domina, we're going to see Soldier, and we're going to see Window. And unfortunately, it looks like it ended in a UAH loss for that fight. But we do have really, really good progress on the point.
And we do have Juno ult coming back up, almost Bob to keep ult or to keep point if we can take it back. A
Yes.
really good point staller, and we're up on percent too. It's just a matter of getting back in there as fast as possible. Try and maybe
Yeah.
bait out some enemy ults before taking our own engage.
And I think that a dry fight is in order, just because if we can get those last two down, it doesn't really matter because we are going to be using Juno to get in here. And it looks like Vespid is going to be able to do some, but that's going to be Wu Yong's ult out as Shrub and Vespid get big picks onto two of the squishies. Domina down thanks to Opal Bison, and that's just a one fight. I don't know if Opal Bison's going to be able to follow this Soldier up, try to get the stagger, almost killing himself in the process. But that's a good fight. It's a good flip.
Yeah, both teams know ult. We have Vendetta ult coming up soon. They only got 20% in that contesting.
Yeah.
We are going to see a trade here of one support
Big trade.
and 10.
But Vespa's going to be able to grab two with him, and Opal
Big
Bison able to come
slammer.
in with the cleanup. Huge slam right on the foe head. But Soldier's going to be able to go and try to flip point. Not quite enough.
I think they're stalling here. They might not have
Yeah.
a full last fight. Especially if
think
we
they
can
have
clean
a
up this
last
Soldier in our backline, and we will.
Yeah. So it looks pretty confident here, but we are going to see the Diva, but he's not going to be able to get there in time. So much better on the part of UAH, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was just a bit of a warm-up.
So I think that they were able to coordinate much better. I think they're more comfortable with this comp now, and bringing out the Domina and the Jetpack Cat on point one might have just been kind of a just like I don't know what the
Shaky.
word I'm
Yeah,
looking for is.
a little shaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot more confidence with this more traditional old style. We do see the new support that's more closer up. I think that Shrub's been spending a lot more time practicing that recently, which is
Yeah.
a good upper hand to have on the enemy because they don't know exactly what he does,
Right.
and it's going to make them a little scared as well.
And I mean, I think Shrub's doing really well at that just because he's able to have a schedule where he can put more time than others and be able to learn this for this. But we are going to see a pretty slow fight starting out, but we're going to see a huge engage from Vespid here. Everybody walking in. MS Dime able to get one, able to get two. Not quite three, as Opal Bison's going to clean up two of the remaining three. And I believe that Omar on the Soldier is just going to leave.
That was a great DPS slaughterhouse there. I mean, they walked in, they knew who they were on, got a really big flashbang, was able to clean up a good kill. It was just a nice fight by UEH.
Yeah, I agree. So, coming back into this one, pretty low percentage, no ults. Trying to
Yeah,
get
bit of
some
a
poke
pickle.
onto Vespid. He's going to run into the corner and get a huge 2 picks. That's just going to push the rest of the team off the point.
Into the spawn.
Yeah. And I mean, just the Maga run allows him to get out so fast. I mean, Vespid's gotten really good at using that run, especially for getting out or getting 2 point.
Too good sometimes.
Yeah. And we're going to see Opal Bison trying to get some early damage. He's going to be able to get a pick onto the Soldier.
Very good kill
Spin
here.
cycle out. I mean, that's just a big pick. Because
Burn
the
cleanse
Fury's just
as
trying to
well.
run away, and it's not going to be able to get away. You're going to have to use the TB, which is a huge resource for them. And UH is going to push them straight back into spawn again.
This is
I
night and
think
day to
UH,
round one.
they just have the upper hand.
Yeah, we're seeing a big shift in momentum here. We have ults coming up as well. Domina's ult is up, but when is it not up, honestly?
Yeah, I mean, the new character's ult charge is just insane. We're going to see UNC trying to do some split attention here. Not sure how that's going to work out for them. It might work out well. But Vespid's able to kind of hold Domina and Sojourn with them. Big Cage, able to pick off the Sojourn. But nobody else was caught in it. Not that it really matters, as Miss Dime is going to be able to get one big pick. But UNC is going to be able to flip the point with Kiriko and TP out.
Getting a cheeky little 6%. For the start of that fight, a little shaky. We lost our Vendetta fairly early on, but I mean, spinning that Malgol was just a good decision, so we could keep that aggression up. We are going to see
Right.
one support go down here. 2 down now. We see a trade onto the enemy tank, which is big.
And I think UH is gonna be able to pull this one out. I think that the mirror of the Maga was just kind of a last ditch attempt to try to contest and get some space, and it worked initially. And I mean, they flipped point, so maybe it worked out how they wanted it to.
I think they spent a little too much for that. I know they had to, but I think it's not going to look good for them going into these next fights, especially with Vendetta ult and
Yeah.
the other support ult as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, they also lose the ult from Domina, which, if she can get some damage in before the shields blow up, then it deals a lot of damage. But losing that's going to be pretty big, even though we're going to lose Vespid here. Smo's cleaning up in the back line. He's gotten 2. And Opal Bison
Kirko
isn't going to be
almost
able to
goes
clean
down.
up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, UAH has so much time that they're just trying to get some ults out and get some more resources. Because I think once UAH has some ults up, they can just come back in pretty easily.
I think that was a pretty devastating fight to lose, though. Don't get me wrong. I think spinning those 2 ults and not being able to take back point was just a big upper hand moment for UNCG.
Yeah. But we are going to see Vespid coming in here pretty deep by himself, going for the Cassidy, taking him out in the middle of the high noon. And we're going to see Cage come out, and they're just going to run in. I mean, just don't be a wuss. Just let it happen. Go in, kill that guy, and flip point back.
Look, they know who they have to target here. It's that Cassidy. It's the invulnerable Juno, or the vulnerable Juno. Sorry, it's the Sojourn. As long as they keep that in mind, they're gonna roll in this fight as they did.
Yes, and we're gonna see Cage here. The enemy Maga able to get onto point, but it's not gonna be enough as everybody is in the cage, just absolutely slamming them. Opal Bison putting them in the spin cycle.
A slice and dice
to steal out map 1. That was a great map.
That's good. Had its ups and downs.
It's much better than we saw last week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We saw a lot of struggle. Yes, coherent. They were together. You could tell that they had spent the time practicing to get used to how each other plays.
For sure. I think, there was a lot more aggression this week, a lot more confidence, which is what we needed to steal out those last 2 map points. It was just all confidence. That was the pure reason for the flip. The enemy team couldn't keep up with that pressure, that tempo. It was great.
Yeah. It was very nice to be able to see UAH on a comp that they're comfortable with, where they can just kind of stomp for a map. And just get that confidence back.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I think the new support, Mizuki, or I haven't looked. I think
you're saying it right.
Mizuki. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. If I'm making a fool of myself, we'll just have to figure out. I think he's a good addition to this Malga comp that UAH has been practicing. I think we're seeing a good compliment.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just like, this is going to be a huge confident boost for UAH. They're playing somebody that they've played before. There's stakes on the game. I think that we're in, like we said originally, for just a really good series.
Yeah, I think on these pokier maps, we might rely more on a slower Domina comp, but I think that even that is probably going to put us in a stronger spot than our Sig comp before.
Yeah, no, the map 1 comp, it just didn't feel like they were that comfortable. I mean, they had some sense of comfortability, but it was really, really hard for them to try to make big plays happen without Jetpack Cat ult up or Jetpack Cat up at all.
Yeah. I think that was a little shaky of an implement. I don't know if we're. It's a weird hero. To try and adapt to and learn plays around.
I mean, we don't have any heroes that are just allowed to fly 100% of the time.
Definitely, yeah.
They not only are they allowed to fly, they move stupidly fast. Ridiculously fast when they are flying, even if that's on a resource. So it's just so weird to see that, how that's going to play out. It's hard for me to see that play out.
Yeah, no, it'll be a big adaptability moment.
So for the meantime, we're going to take a small break here while we figure out what's going on with map 2. So we will see y'all in a few. Okay, so we are on Blizzard World here. What are we thinking is going to happen on Blizzard World? I have not seen this played in an NECC game in so long.
I know the map rotation is not called for Blizzard World. Sadly, I don't like the map that much. It is a very versatile map, though. You can see a lot of different comps. What we're going to see from UAH here, as well as UNCG, is a Domina-centered comp. But we are going to see a Pharah into the mix.
Pharah,
the other new
Emra.
DPS, yeah, Imre, yeah.
I don't know how this is going to play out. I really don't.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'll be at a loss for words for what happens here. I'll be honest. I have no
Yeah.
predictions. We are going back to the tried and true Lucio now that's unbanned, and we're gonna see more of a familiar comp besides Domina from UAH. So I can't wait to see how
Yeah.
that shakes out.
I'm interested to see how this works. But we're going to see UAH on attack first, trying to... This first point is just so terrible, I think.
Is there a range on Domina's?
Yes,
attack?
Domina has a range of 20 meters with her minor perk upgrading it to 30 meters, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking.
I suppose so. I mean, here we're gonna be relying on our Ashe and Baptiste to kind of punish that Pharah on angles.
Yeah.
And Genji's gonna be in this comp to clean up on poke kills. That's basically it,
Yeah.
just to get in real fast and get out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, because, you know, Domina's going to lay down big damage onto the front line, and if Domina can get a pick onto anybody that's not the tank, Genji's going to be able to clean up. Miss Dime's going to have the sight lines to try to pick them off as well. But we are going to see Smoes fall, unfortunately, from the Pharah, and Miss Dime's going to be able to barely get out, looking for the Pharah here, able to get the pick off, saving Opal Bison, but almost dying herself. We're going to see Opal Bison fall to the Domina. Vespid able to stay alive just a little bit. In this room by himself, trying to do something to the Domina, but Emre is going to be able to come in and steal that pick.
I think we're seeing a weakness with Domina here. I'm not sure if it's with the character or just how we're not comfortable with playing her. We can't make a decision right now. We're kind of split up. If you didn't
Yes.
notice, we were lagging behind with teams. We didn't know what the proper window for engage, what things to punish, which is going to be... I think it's going to ring true of a lot of these games for a while with these new heroes because there's such a new addition and so many of them.
Yeah, 100%. Because from what I've done when I've played Domina, is I've just sat back as far as I could, tried to pick off people in the back lines, exactly like we're seeing Vespa do right now. He is going to have to fall back. He's not going to be able to get the shield up in time as Maxug, that's how you say that name,
Yep.
is able to get his ultimate off. And UAH only had window to try to contest.
Yeah, I think angles were aggressive there. Against this lineup with Pharah and Emre, you're getting poked out by Pharah wherever you are, and you're getting poked out by Emre when you try to walk up. It's hard to take space in this comp, especially being on such a squishy tank.
Yes.
As you see, he's critical again here, just trying to
Yeah,
rotate to a
immediately.
closer angle. It's going to rely a lot on supports keeping us up and making a coordinated engage to where we're not taking as much damage on the way in as opposed to while being in the fight.
100%. Because this is what we typically see on Blizzard World. Is we see people walk up that right side, take them off the high ground, and try to push in when they can with some kind of assault. We're going to be trying to cut off this Domina, deal some damage, but we are going to see Beat come out.
From both... No, just one. Yeah.
Yeah. But we are going to see Window come out from Earth Mover. But Genji, our Opal Bison, with the blade.
Big cleanups here.
Yeah.
Pretty good secure. This first point is going to be the hardest for this comp, and it's
Yes.
really good to take early. I say early, we have 50 seconds left on the clock, but you do get a lot of time added on for this transition
Yeah.
from first to the second point.
Yeah, a whole 2.5 something minutes.
Yeah. A little
That's
bit,
pretty
to a
big.
dibble. I mean, it's enough to work with. We just play around the next set of ults. We have Bob coming up almost at window. We can try and make an aggressive play or wait out this Domina, Imre, and Pharah ult, which we are bound to see soon.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Emery ults as soon as they get around this corner, or Farah if she's able to get around and get onto the back line and try to get a big pick with her ult. And I mean, just as much as UAH is together, it's looking like UNCG is a little split. Just trying to keep pressure on both lanes of this first initial push.
We're seeing a big wraparound, yeah. We see Pharah
Yeah.
come out. We have a
Only
DPS
able to get
trade.
Lamp. That's great by Shrub. Big pick onto the Pharah as we're just pushing the cart.
It's 4v4 right now. We've got a complete flip around from people. Tank taking a lot of damage, going down very fast, our Domina. We're going to see maybe a trade, possibly. Sadly not.
I was hoping so,
Big lamp
but
clutch.
it's looking like it's not. Yeah, huge lamp. Shrub doing what he can, but I think he just needs to go ahead and reset.
I mean, big ult farming. We have Beat up, we have Bob up, we can make a play. And Window just to spare if we really need it.
But I do think that as soon as we try to get into this push, we're going to see Maxug try to get an ult down range and maybe even combo with Emre.
One thing I didn't see is we did see Pharah switch off onto Freya, so a bit of a difference there. Not as much splash damage onto UAH. Maybe that'll help or hurt us.
Yeah, it's super big single target damage, and we're just going to get ult soup here. Ult soup.
Bob comes out,
Except
not
for-
really able to land at a good angle. We're going to see a trade for one support. One support, one DPS. It's a 3v4. Window comes out.
I mean, that's a big window, but it's only to try to get that Domina off high ground. It's not going to get much use outside of that,
We are able to
unfortunately.
confirm the Domina kill. Our tank looking a little worse for wear. Able to recoup, able to reset a bit before we push this into the next point.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one more good fight in us. We have 2 ults coming up, but both support ults on the side of UNCG. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out.
I think we have to try and just contest that BAP on that high angle because all he's waiting for is to be able to get in a good position to pop his window and just clean up house.
And I think that we're going to see... Oh, wow. Window out
That does come
super
out, but
early.
reflected to kill the BAP here.
That's really, really big.
Seeing
and we're going to see
Blade.
Blade come out from Opal Bison.
That's one.
He's going to get 1. He's going to get
2.
2. He's going to get 3 here, maybe.
Come on.
Absolutely beautiful.
Can we make it a 4th to clean up? Beautiful Blade.
I mean, that's just what we expect to see out of Opal Bison. That's exactly what we expect to see.
A good response. They spent both of their ults there, not able to make much of it with the instant reflection by our Genji OTP here. And we still have Domina ult to spare in our back pocket.
Yeah, and we are coming up on window faster than we think. Maybe the early window was the play there. That way, once we get into this big choke point, we can use that to our advantage.
I
As
agree.
we're just seeing back and forth poke here, trying to see if we can get 1 pick before the big fight starts. We almost see that as we're gonna see Bola come out, not able to quite get anybody, but puts a lot of damage onto Miss Dime, and they are gonna be able to take her out.
We're not seeing a
that
clear
was-
focus on who we're on right now, which might be
Yeah.
a bit of a weakness. It's going to lead to our
I mean,
downfall.
We used window there, and I don't think it was bad, but I don't think it was great because we just didn't have a target to focus on.
I'm not sure we were ready for it. I think that UAH was a little flabbergasted by the 2 on UNCG flanking on that far left angle and just trying to clear them out before any plays were made, and that just caused them to get sandwiched. And despite the window, they just went down pretty fast.
Yeah. 30 seconds left. We can get a good push, I think. But we are going to see the Maga come out for this last little bit. I mean, we see the swap onto Cassidy from Opal Bison. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out, but we do have Beat to try to get some good fighting in.
Beat to maybe stave off until we can get Bob ult. Seeing
And we are gonna see
now
Beat
we get
come out
very low
immediately.
here.
And
Shredded
that's a
by
huge
window.
Absolutely insane. And that's going to be where the card stays, I believe.
That overhealth lasted maybe 2 seconds, if I could count
Yeah.
correctly. That was
I don't even think it
abysmal.
was 2 seconds. I think it was less than that.
Good hold by UNCG here. Getting to that 3rd point and holding that 3rd point is pretty difficult.
Yeah. But I think that UAH can still pull this one out just because of the simple fact that we saw how well UNCG was able to hold. I think UAH can do the same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, not much difference in the comps there. Reflected to kill the BAP here.
That's really, really big.
Seeing
And we're going to see
Blade.
Blade come out from Opal Bison.
That's 1.
He's going to get 1. He's going to get
2.
2. He's going to get 3 here, maybe.
Come on.
Just an insane triple kill. I mean, that's just insane.
Beautiful display. You know, that's what we put in the
I would
hours
love to
for.
see more of that. And I think that we might.
I don't know
Still trying
where
to
Genji's
decide.
at in terms of meta, though.
I mean, I haven't looked at the patch notes recently, So I don't know if they sent him back to the farm and told him he wasn't allowed to, use his ammo
I
at
don't
all.
want to hear this propaganda. I don't think Genji's ever been in the farm. He's been like one of the top picks in OWCS for God knows how long.
Nah.
I wouldn't challenge the master if I were you. I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of Genji. We are going to see him switch to Imre here. So double
Yeah.
hit scan comp, far more leaning into poke, trying to just hold off their engage, take them
I
out
mean,
before
it's
they can
just-
even make space.
It's just a full committal to poke. We're seeing the Alari come out. We're seeing the Emre come out on top of what we already had going with the Ashe, Domina, Baptiste. And if, I just fear that with this comp, that if UNCG is able to get any kind of space taken, if they're able to take any space at all, we're going to crumble. And it might not be that way if Miss Dime's going to be able to just start pulling out picks for fun.
This is what we're going to want to see, though. We want to see a lot of pressure put on early before they can even make that attempt to take space. And that's going to make it to where Tracer's going to have a harder time, because if everyone's so far from her, all the focus is going to be on her whenever she tries to make any plays,
Yeah,
which might lead to a
100%.
Tracer switch here.
Yeah, I mean, that was 2 really big picks off rip, and we were able to secure a third. It just wasn't worth... Maybe we weren't. It still wasn't worth it for UNCG to try to keep pushing it any further. UH is trying to make use of this terrain as much as they can, make use of Lamp when needed, and just try to keep putting pressure down range, keep them from taking as much space as they want to, and use our sightlines as well as we can.
Now that we did burn those cooldowns, though, we are going to see UH back up a little just to respect the space. But we don't want to give up this corner onto point. We want to hold this with our lives. And we are going to see a trade of one of our supports for a support and a DPS from UNCG.
Which, I mean, we take those any day.
Oh, yeah. And tanks looking like they're almost out the door as well. But we are going to see
Yeah.
Tracer get behind
Tracer-
on this back foot
Yeah,
here.
trying to take out Opal Bison on the Emre, unable to secure the pick, and it's just kind of got to leave and just run around for a little bit and make them forget if they do.
It's an awkward spot for Tracer. There's not much of a window here to get in before the team is there. We're going to see her try and distract and get people off of this high ground on this next coming fight, but we're in a good spot.
Yeah, I don't really know how well that's going to turn out for them because, Tracer's just going to be doing things in the back, but UH is able to just put out so much pressure with this full focus onto the poke, and unfortunately Vess is not going to be able to get anybody with his... wow, I completely misunderstood. That was Maxu putting his ultimate out there. And, UH is going to fall as a team here.
Yeah, with
But we're
one
gonna be
support
coming
going
up
down first.
Yeah, we're going to be coming up on 5 ults versus 4. I think there's some soup in our future.
What do you mean by this?
As I understand it. Some ultimate soup.
Ah,
Where are we
yeah. Sorry, I gotta get used to this Boog terminology.
Bro.
A lot of pressure
Boog
onto our
Shenanigans coming
Lari.
out soon. Pay attention to the
The
announcement.
Boog
Shenanigans coming out.
Big
We
pressure on
already
the
seen the
Domino.
Alari ult come out. Super big pick off rip. And I think that we're just going to be able to clean up the rest. I mean, tank down, a support down, everybody being able to focus onto the Freya and push back whoever else is there. No soup, though.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset.
They decided to
I
hold
wanted my
here.
soup.
I think it was a good decision to hold to try and stave off that Alara. We still have 2 pretty strong ults here. I'm not sure as to how good Imre's is considering he's so weak, but I think that they
mean,
might be trying to spin some this fight, though. You might see some soup here.
If you can get any of the back line to half, and we're going to see Bob, we're going to see Window
Big
come
pick.
out. We are going to see the Emery ult come out. If people are already low, it can deal a lot of damage. If they're at full health, it's really hard. But Vespid is just kind of chilling in the back line, chasing down this Kiriko. We still have 4 up, so this fight's not lost despite the ult commitment.
We spent window. I think there was a trade. Freya looking like she's going to go down here soon. It's a 3v4 now, almost a 4v4. 4v4 back now.
This fight's gone on for so long that I've lost track of who's in the fight and who's not. But, UAH keeping the pressure up, not giving up hardly any space, trying to run down the clock as much as possible. They gave up that first point early. They have to run the clock down now as opposed to how UNCG was able to do in the beginning.
I think UNCG was able to just take that high ground there, poke out our Imre, who was out of position, and I think this is where they're looking to spin. We see 2 ults come out, 3, using all their ults here, confirming a kill onto tank, onto our DPS. Looking like they're gonna clean up this fight.
Yeah, no, that's some good ult usage. They had 3 ults come out. They were able to secure that as many as they could, and they're probably going to be able to get to the second point, but UAH might have a touch if they all go in together.
Could be possible. Might be too far. We're gonna rely on 2 ults. Our window coming out here, as well as our Dominus.
And Vespin's able to just kind of get onto there,
Yep.
pop his ult, try to get a pick. It didn't work out exactly how they wanted it to, but they were able to hold the cart from getting to the second point. And they're just trying to throw out as much damage as they can. We're going to see Window come out from Earth Mover. He's very low, not able to capitalize on it as much as he thought he was going to be able to. Tracer getting picked on Opal Bison. MS Dime answering back with a pick of his own. But Amar's going to get 2 picks to seal the deal and grab this second point.
Yeah, it's a tough one to hold, especially when they were positioned how they were. They had angles everywhere on UAH going into that fight.
Yeah, no, that's a really tough fight for UAH to try to last as long as they did. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more than just a Cassidy change, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen just yet. UNCG trying to take as much space as they can so that they can allow the cart to just get right up to the point where they could win this map, putting a lot of pressure on UAH to stay up and not give any space. But MS Time's got a long-range angle onto both sides where we see the Tracer on the flank versus the rest of the team down the barrel. And we're just seeing kind of a nonsense fight, I think. It's just they're just trying to get damage out, trying to see if they can get some random pick. We are going to see Maxug be able to use his ult onto the majority of UAH, and they are going to secure a support and the tank and clean up the rest of the fight.
That was just
MS9
really well placed
last-
domino out there.
Yeah, very, very good ult. And that is going to seal this map for UNCG.
Yeah, we weren't quite able to get Ilario on that last fight before Domino used hers. It was a really well placed ult. There was like 5 in there, I think. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I don't know if it was all 5 or just 4, but it was the majority of UAH. So that made it really tough for them to try to do anything in that fight. And unfortunately, as we saw, it just ended in UNCG taking the map.
Yeah, I think maybe we lost our footing there on that second point and last point, and then it just kind of snowballed. There was a lot of positioning mistakes. I think that UNCG was very well positioned for a majority of the time, and they were able to take advantage of that fact with a lot of fight wins.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the biggest issue that UAH had with this map was trying to take that first point on attack.
Yeah, it killed a lot of time. It killed a lot of time, and then that made them rush for the rest of it, and maybe just it led to some more mistakes. They had a pretty good push on second point, not a lot of hiccups, but unfortunately, so did UNCG. A very good push on that second point as well. So
Yeah.
it just led to the win.
So we saw a couple of big plays from our players there. We're hoping to see some more come out in this next map, with it being 1-1. So in the meantime, we're going to leave y'all for a second while we get this next map figured out and see how UAH tries to come back. So, we have our map 3. At least 2 more maps to be played in this series, which I think we're due for a long series.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are. We've seen a lot of steamrolls recently. I want to see UEH on top for this one.
Yeah. So we are going to be moving to Atlas for our 3rd map, which we've seen, what, 4 games? 3 games
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Atlas's map 2 or 3 now? It seems like that's a map that UAH is super, super comfortable with, and they love to pull it out as a pocket pick.
I'm not even sure what else is available. Like, we used to have Saravasa, but I think they took that one out, and that was, when I was on the team, that was the comfort flashpoint before Atlas was in rotation. This one's not too bad either. I don't think we're going to see Domino here. I think we're going to go back to the old classic Malga. Maybe even see Hazard, if depending on the bans, and if it kind of shakes up our team.
Please, Hazard, please.
You want that Hazard out?
I love watching Hazard gameplay. I find him so, so fun. Unfortunately, with him already kind of being at the farm, you know, like maybe like half at the farm.
Yeah.
With Domino in the game now, I feel like it's impossible to play Hazard into Domino.
I haven't seen it. I really haven't seen it. It sounds about right. We might see it this time, depending on bans and how they work. But I do enjoy watching my Andrew Vespid on Hazard. He's a work of nature. He makes the worst tank work.
somehow. But yeah, no, I think we are gonna see the Maga come out here versus the Hazard if we can. But I'm interested to see what UNCG is going to pull out on this kind of map, because we've seen them pull out the dive early, switch to poke, and do well in both aspects.
I think dive's going to be a little weirder on this map if they choose to go that route. My bet's on probably more of a rush. Maybe not, though. We're going to see Doomfist.
Doomfist, my king.
First time I've seen him here.
I haven't seen Doomfist in an NECC game since I played him in NECC.
How'd that one go out? How'd that one shake?
You don't want to know. Those are the Charger Black being the lowest team days, buddy.
Hey,
what do you mean?
You're probably putting up numbers, though, you know. It's never you, King. It's never you.
If you want to call it that. But like you were saying before, we are going to see the Maga come out, and we're going to see the swap to Onron. Whoa!
Tragic miss of the TP there. We're going to see Onron a little delayed behind the team. This one's going to be weird for UAH. I don't think they're used to playing against a Doom.
No, I don't think they are, and I don't think that they're going to be used to the Onron very much either. But we are going to see huge damage come out of the Doom early, even though he's going to be able to
take him out as fast as possible.
Yeah. I mean, 2 down already for UNCG. That's going to make it really, really tough for them to get this first point.
What I usually see here whenever they pull out this Malga comp is our Malga running in so far and out of line of sight from our supports. But maybe with the addition of Mizuki, that's kind of changed because we're seeing our Malga live for once, which is crazy to me.
And I think it's mainly because he's able to use his shift ability to get in and get back out if he absolutely needs it. He's able to just follow... Shrub is able to follow Vespid in super, super easily. Like we just saw there, we saw him come in on the backside, and if he needs to get out, he can get out as fast as he can. And with the Onron to also follow him in, it makes it super easy for them to try to get in and get damage on them, but we unfortunately weren't able to see that on this fight. Despite the Maga being very low and possibly killable, but we are going to see our supports fall and the point flip.
There was a big switch up from UNCG, and I think UAH is probably... I think they're infamous for a big lack of adaptability in these moments, at least in terms of recently. I think that switching to the Malga and Mei there put a lot more emphasis on cutting sightlines off from our tank to get healing, which was just able to lead to his eventual demise pretty fast there.
Yeah.
We're going to see a switch to Cassidy on this one.
We're going to see the Cassidy come out early, which is not surprising. I would be surprised if we stay on the Onron past first ultimate, but a huge jump onto both supports, even though Max was able to come back in and drop the cage on their head. I mean, that's... Cage plus Blizzard is just disgusting. Everybody in the vicinity is dead.
How fast did that Mei build Blizzard? I feel like she was just in for the last fight.
Stupid fast.
That was
Stupid
insane.
fast.
We do have some ult up. This isn't over.
Charges.
Maybe. We have 4 ults coming up for UAH. This is smart from over. We have 4 ults versus 3 ults. Their Mauga looking
Yeah.
to take an early engage. We see Cage come out. MS Dime is traded off very early. Just trying to kill this Mauga. Not sure if we're able to do it.
I mean, we're going to see... It looks like Opal Bison is trying to get 2 point and try to flip it while he can. Not sure if it's going to work out. Yeah, we're going to see the Brigida be able to get onto point. And Opal Bison is going to go down. Shrub following as well. That's going to secure point 1. Unless there's still a touch available. I mean, they're just keeping this overtime, cycling out people's lives, trying to keep it going on as long as possible, trying to get a good fight, get a good pick in. But it's not going to hold out as long as they would have liked.
We've got to appreciate that triple head tap on 3 different people from that May there. That was too beautiful. I think that just kind of shut him down pretty fast.
I mean, you know, May can be so disgusting. I've seen Shrub piss off J3. When the Face It tournaments first came out, I watched Shrub go against J3 and piss him off, one-tapping him on Tracer. It was disgusting. So May being able to just throw out damage in such high volumes at, you know, seemingly random moments is completely par for the course. But we're going to see UH trying to take a big engage here. Big fight going to the middle. Vespid going to fall very fast. UH is just having trouble keeping him up. Despite the switch to the Reaper to try to put some damage onto the Mauga, it's just a big trade that is going to go in the favor of Greensboro.
It was rough. We had a good rotation in on that left side. Everyone was stuck together. We weren't prepared for the amount of damage about to be pumped into our tank there. I think that with this comp, there is a lot of healing output, but not immediately, you know, and that we might be suffering because he is a big meat shield. And we have no ults going into this against their 3. Might be a hard one to take.
This is going to be a tough fight. I mean, it might just be 2 points to UNCG off rip. Because that's the thing about the Sojourn is she's able to just throw so much damage into a big meat shield like Mauga. And when you get a pick onto your Cassidy much before the fight even happens, it's a very tough angle to try to get something done with that. But we're still going to see them do it anyways, as Vespid's going to get a big triple dipper slam just to fall in the end.
It's tragic. UNCG with all of their ults still up. They used none to win that fight. Detrimental. Probably going to secure this point for UNCG.
I mean,
maybe going to the next one.
I don't even think UNCG is going to use an ult on this last bit. They're just going to try to whittle them down unless they have to. Because if they can keep 5 ults up, not that it matters. We're going to see Cage come out. Everybody jumping in. We're going to see, I believe Beat came out from Smos, unless I'm misreading the situation here. UAH just cannot get the damage out.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're stumbling here. It's just that adaptability I was talking about before. You have to know when to make what swap. Right now, our most vulnerable is our Cassidy, and they are abusing this fact a lot, as well as also pumping in a lot of damage numbers into the Mauga with Sojourn and our May, which is proving surprisingly hard to deal with.
Yes, 100%. And the thing about Miss Dime being on the Cassidy is, unfortunately, in this map specifically, they've been getting caught out super early. I think that we have a much better chance if we can get everybody into the fight at one time, as we have now. But we are going to see Orbital Laser come out from UNCG. We're going to see Rush come out. And it's honestly, I think this is just in favor of UNCG just because they have the damage boost from the Orbital Laser, as we are going to see pretty much everybody fall. And it's just Vespid trying to, I don't know, try to get an early pick or just reset.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have some ults coming into this. This isn't over. It's 2 ults versus 2 ults. We're going to need to look out for this railgun early on. We can't have anybody die too fast. We have to be able to take this all as a team.
Yeah, and we're going to see UNCG group up pretty good here. They're going to try to come around from the back. They're going to come out with the rally. They're going to come out with the ray gun immediately. The railgun immediately. And UAH, I'm not sure why we used Cage there. I'm really not sure.
I think we were desperate. We saw the enemy Mauga from behind just coming in for a big Kobe Bryant slam here. Unfortunately, died before we could make any use of it. And I don't know what's happening with UNCG. They're taking a lot of aggression. We are going to see Blade come out, securing 2 kills for UAH with a trade of 1, almost 3. UAH takes this fight just before deadline's over.
hopefully this is a good momentum switch for them, because I can understand the perspective of using the cage to try to kill off some of the railgun in the fight previous, but UAH now has no ultimates. Even they're coming up on 2, but it's going to be hard to use those against the Blizzard, especially if it comes out before the ultimates can get online for UAH. It's going to be interesting to see how they are able to hold this and if they can hold it.
We see an early pick onto our Lucio here. Not looking too great. We do see a counter onto an enemy DPS.
Yeah.
2 go down.
I mean, I'm surprised we got the 2 picks off with the Blizzard going on. Opal Bison able to kind of just hang for a little bit. Now he's going to be able to put some damage onto the Maga as Investment came in to save the day and just absolutely obliterate, de-atomize the Mei.
I think they're figuring out what we need to do. I think we're punishing. We're looking for that backline. We're not looking at this Malga. We're looking to take out everyone before the Malga because he's not going to die easily. We still have Beat as a response for this next fight where they have Juno ult. We're going to see how that shakes out here.
I mean, we are looking at 3-0 versus 1. We're going to see an aggressive Beat come in here, try to put some damage on. We're going to see the Orbital Laser come out from UNCG, and it's just a big damage fest. Vespid able to get the Brigida, Opal Bison able to get the Sojourn, Miss Dime able to get the Juno, and now it's just a matter of if we can get the Maga down early, and we do get, I say early, but in time, but we get him out, we get the Mei out, and that's 1 point for UH on the board.
This could be what you're talking about. This could be a change of momentum. I'm glad to see it. Our ults are looking great. We have a Kiriko and a Reaper Beyblade. A very good synergy of ults here if we can funnel them into this early point.
Especially if this Maga tries to come in early with that cage that he's got up. If Opal Bison can get his ultimate up, which he has, he's going to be able to get a huge early pick onto the Sojourn, and we're going to see Rush come out from UAH. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cage come out. He might save it just in case. He is just going to run out there. That's 2 big picks for UAH to try to go and seal and take point 4.
A big pick 2 for UAH there. I think we do have Castile coming up. You know who I think would be a great addition right now to that Castile? A little bit of Jetpack Cat is all I'm saying.
You know,
get him up on there. Come on.
I mean, that's what I've seen done mainly is, I have the Cassidy with High Noon. I have my shift ability up. Let's go. But we're gonna see a big Cage come out. I wonder if we're gonna see Opal Bison come in with the Death Blossom. It's big! It's insane!
Oh, it was a bloodbath.
Jarvis clipped that. Jarvis clipped that. What?
God.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I'm writing down in my notebook as we speak. Opal Bison equals GOAT. Only 1 question mark because of that play right there.
Biggest
and we
Q,
are
but
see
never
the High Noon come out.
pressed.
2 big stuns onto Smoes and Vespid. Big rally from Kent season here. Able to completely take that fight. A complete 180 from what we just saw.
We need one more win here. We need one more win to take this this point in particular. We're looking at just a Mei freeze. If we can play outside of it and possibly just choose a target, go on them real fast. I think that the Reaper pick here was the way. We have a lot more, assassin type selections here.
Yes.
With Malga just distracting. Let's see how this shakes
100%.
out.
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing big damage come in from both sides here. I don't know when we swapped to the Emre. I guess it was after that ultimate. But we are going to see
out of
2
the
big
equation.
picks. Yeah, but unfortunately, Vespid goes down. We're going to see an Orbital Laser come out from Earth Mover here. But Miss Time's going to be able to pick off the Brigida, leaving just the Juno and maybe the... Oh, they swapped to Reaper of their own. Yeah.
Good fight. Just as we wanted it to happen.
That's going to steal point 4.
We already have Beyblade back up for next point as well. We have Beat and Beyblade and almost Cage. We have 4 ults against their 2. Things are looking up. I won't lie to you.
I think what
Let's
we need
hope
to see
we
from
can.
UAH, yeah, what we need to see from UAH here is just for them not to blow all 4 ults at once.
Yeah, that's a big key. We can't do that again. All 5 ults now almost. We need to segment these. We have to play the long game. This is our last point to take this
We're going to
map.
see the Rush come out early in the middle of the Blizzard, and it's going to be a bloodbath. Blizzard is just so strong that even if we have the Rush up, it's like, it's tough.
Yeah, I think, honestly, not the worst of a bad situation there. We only used 1 ult. We had that trigger discipline with our ult economy. We're looking pretty decent going to the next one. We do have Brig ult, or enemy team does have Brig ult coming up soon, alongside Beyblade and Cage being up now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we wanted to see from UH. We wanted to see them not use all of their ults at once. We're just gonna see we're gonna see 2 Beyblades at once, and really it's just gonna be a matter of how many people go down first, and it's gonna be a 2v4 for UAH, and UNCG is gonna be able to keep this point for now.
I think we might have rushed that a little bit. We did spin very early. We could have just taken another dry fight after seeing both Cage and Beyblade pop out there, and then we could have just rode it out for the point. That's my opinion. I'm not sure if it would have shook out that way, but it is a loss in ult economy for UAH.
Yeah, 100%. But we do still have 2 up versus their 0, despite Orbital Laser coming out soon. We're going to see both ults getting used pretty immediately here. Huge beat. We're going to see Emre ult come out.
May no ice here. Gonna see a fall.
Yeah, I mean, big pick from Miss Dime. You know, Vespa doing the best that he can to stay alive, but it's not going to be long enough. That's going to be 2 ultimates used for, unfortunately, not a lot of gain there. And UAH might have one more fight before this game is over. We're going to have to rely on our GOAT Smos here to get the touch. As best as
ADC a
we
touch.
can.
He's getting booped away.
Oh,
Tragic.
yeah.
Tragic.
Very tragic. So, that's not what you want to see.
I mean, I thought it was a good match. I think that
No, for
UAH
sure.
picked it up at the end. We just couldn't quite manage our ults at the very last fight. But they really, I mean, in terms of adaptability, I'm seeing improvement.
Yes, 100%. I mean,
from what
that
we saw
middle
last time,
game
yeah.
there, the 3rd and 4th point were just incredibly played by UAH, fortunately. But it's just unfortunate to see that very last point, they couldn't pull it out.
2 very close matches here with 3-2, 3-2.
Yes.
I mean, it's neck and neck. I think that we could very easily see a reverse sweep guarding that first match in UAH's favor, but UNCG is definitely putting up a good fight for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, I really hope that we are able to see UAH pull out these next 2 maps and do well in them, because we've seen that they are able to take this team and do a lot to them. So before we can see that, though, we are, of course, again, as you can guess by now, going to go to a small break. And we will see y'all in a few. Yeah, let's go. But we're going to see a big Cage come out. I wonder if we're going to see Apple Bison come in with the death. It's big! It's insane! for this next fight, as we are
Early
going to have
rush
Rush
here.
still be able to come out super early, super early. We are going to see. We are going to see a pretty slow fight starting out, but we're going to see a huge engage from Vespid here. Everybody walking in. MS Dime able to get one, able to lead.
Reflected to kill the BAP here.
That's really big.
Seeing
and we're going to see
Blade.
Blade come out from Opal Bison.
That's one.
He's going to get one. He's going to get two. He's going to get three here, maybe. Yeah. Let's go. But we're going to see a big cage come out. I wonder if we're going to see Opal Bison come in with the death boss. It's big! It's insane! So, Esperanza.
Oh.
Look, Flashpoint and Push have slowly become my favorite game modes.
I agree.
And that's crazy, because I'm an unk. I'm like Giga Unk.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a big proponent of, you know, free thinkers when Kings Rose in the map pool, right?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Esperanza is one of my favorite maps, especially from the push category. Just because Runasapi is not my favorite, you know?
I think in terms of UAH, it's definitely one of our comforts.
Yeah.
We play that one a lot. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to spell with these new comps. I think everyone's a little uneasy about everything, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking for UH to take the next two maps with ease. You know, get us all in bed early for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Right. And speaking of new comps, Zarya ban, Kiriko ban, my poor Shrub, straight into Mizuki again, I imagine.
Yep. Saw a little bit of technical difficulties getting into game there.
That's okay. We'll
I
blame
mean-
it on Shrub for the time being.
Yeah, always his fault. I've been liking the Tyler Smoes Mizuki, or what? No, was it Steven on Mizuki?
It is Shrub on Mizuki. Yeah.
Shrub? Yeah, sorry, I get him confused with the S's.
No.
It's
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
good, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen that it has helped the Maga stay up, and we've been running Maga just because of his ability to move in and out of an engage.
Yeah.
But I think that Shrub having this Mizuki as a pocket pick for now, while everything's still shaky,
hmm
is going to provide a lot of flexibility for UAH.
Yeah, it's not just being on Kiriko. You know, when Kiriko's banned, good back pocket. We might not see it used here on Esperanza, as it does have wider sight lines, which is a worry for Mizuki, is because he's kind of
Right.
more of that brig area, you know, up close in your face centric.
Yeah.
But could see Jetpack Cat come out again, is all I'm saying.
I mean, if we see Mizuki Jetpack Cat, I'm going to crash out. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I imagine we'll see one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I can only hope. It's just something I want to cast for, and I want some funny things to happen. Sadly, I don't think we're going to see it.
Yeah. We do see the Mizuki and not the Jetpack Cat.
Looking at a
So-
Hanzo on the enemy team here, as for double hit scan, and then a Diva as a tank.
I mean, you know, we saw the dive initially, and I'm not really that surprised to see it here, especially. Oh,
Sigma swap, yeah.
I don't know why I said dive when they had two poke characters. Don't listen to me. I just do the play calls, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, they swap Genji. We're on Sigma Genji Soj for the enemy team. Our team
Which is
rolling
kinda what
out
we
the
expect to
classic
see.
Mauga. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is really not surprising from either team, I believe. You know, the flexibility of Genji Lucio to go and try to pick off backlines while having the consistent damage from Sig and Soj and Bap is pretty good. And I mean, that's what the poke comp is nowadays, I believe. But UAH coming out with, you know, the Maga Vendetta, which we've seen and kind of expect to see on maps like these, as we're getting a huge pick from both tanks gone. Opal Bison able to pick off the Baptiste for some good early push. Because
Seems the other team's going to back off here.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the Genji go down as well. So big, what was that? 3 picks? That
Yeah.
just kind of forces UNCG to just leave and let UAH get push.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of served Mauga as cannon fodder there, and we're able to get a trade off tanks as well as securing that BAP kill early on. It was worth it for UH, as well as getting all this point push while that fight was going on. No contesting.
Yeah,
big.
we're just gonna get straight to forward spawn here, which is pretty big for UAH to have out the gate. I mean, maybe that's like not as big of a thing as it in these bigger comp matches as it is in my.
It's a
comp
big
games.
deal. It's a big deal.
But we are going to see Opal Bison trying to put some big damage out. Spin cycle onto the back. They switch back to the Mei, but the Soldier's going to go down, leaving the Mei by herself. Able to take out Opal Bison, though. And UAH is just going to keep pushing.
Ending off with a 2v1 here with Juno left alive on the enemy team.
We'll see how this goes.
Good
But I
fight
mean,
for UH.
You know,
Just more point push.
yeah, that's a huge fight. It lasted long enough for the bot to get ready to start pushing, and then as soon as everybody was off the point, it just started.
Have we seen him music heal yet this game or in this entire stream?
Yes, we've seen multiple, I believe.
Coming up
just
here?
like we're about to see Opal Bison get in, put in some big damage on everybody in the vicinity. Morgan going to be able to go down. Vespit securing that, trying to slam onto the Mei as soon as she comes out of Ice Block, but she's going to go down anyways, despite getting out of the initial slam. And I mean, UAH is just stomping this. They're taking space. They're not letting UNCG get much push. And what we're about to see come out from our wonderful Vespit is they're going to push them. They're pushing them.
That was a really good place Mizuki ult. I didn't think of negating those heals onto the Amalga. We are going to see our Vendetta go down very early here. Not looking too good for UAH's fight.
But I mean, they have the damage output to try to contest for a little bit, but it's really going to be really tough, especially when you can block off the Maga from his supports. No healing for him. Shrub chilling in the backlines. Not sure what he's going to do to get out of this. It might just be a sacrifice to let UAH regroup for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, we see all four stay alive there. Shrub was in a complicated spot, which might spell to them just wanting to reset more. But no, I mean, we take out two. We flip this point around before they're able to take any space. And we just keep on pushing.
A lot of damage, and we push them.
All five ults still up on UNCG. Arcade coming back up alongside Vendetta. Could just take this one home if we're lucky enough.
I think we're getting soup here on this next fight if they can't get anything going off rip. As we're gonna see Cage come out first, we're gonna see Blizzard come out at the same time. I mean, that's just a tough one to contest. They're gonna be able to get a lot of damage out, and UH is gonna be able to do nothing but reset here.
I think ideally we wanted to see more ults spent by UNCG, but it's just a really good combo by them. I mean, they can secure that kill onto Malga because we saw our Juno go in to try and save him. That ended up killing her as well. So it's just, at least against UAH, I don't think we're used to playing its Mei as much as we are other characters that have been more meta. So it's kind of showing our weakness onto them.
Because when UAH was pulling Mei out, we were pulling it out in rush comps with Ramatra, where the whole goal was to block off the tank and then you kill him, deatomize him, and then you move on to the rest of the back line. Nowadays, it's not necessarily the same thing. Like it's very similar. Block off the tank from heals as we see the orbital laser come out from Earth Mover, and UAH is just going to fall one by one, which I think this is okay for now. As long as we can try to get the bot back and keep them from getting forward spawn. Despite Opal Bison being able to kill the Maga, I almost said kill the Vespid.
Yeah.
The goal with Mei is still to try to block off the tank, but not as much as it was with the rush comp.
Yeah, I think, to piggyback, I think the goal in general here is to try and kill time for UAH, and Mei is kind of an inhibitor there because we can't hold space without getting trapped off by that wall, but we need to hold space to kill time so they don't get any distance on here. With such a big lead by UAH on these pushes, you're not looking to take it home because that's way harder than just running down the clock. We see a beat come out by UNCG as a response to Mizuki ult. A bit of a skirmish going into this. Multiple characters low.
Yeah, we're going to see Orbital Laser come out from Smos here. We're going to be able to get a pick onto the Sojourn. And I mean, UNCG is just kind of giving space. They don't have a lot of resources to devote to this fight, so they're just kind of backing out, giving UAH some time to just kind of waste those ultimates a little bit. I mean, it was enough to get them to back off, but it's not going to be enough to allow UAH to get out. And, like we were just saying, that Mei's going to do her job, try to get that Maga blocked off from his team where he can't leave, and UAH is going to have to back up, allowing UNCG to start pushing again.
Yeah, those two ults spent to waste maybe 30 seconds and push a little bit back on UNCG. I mean, I'll take that deal reluctantly, but we do have 3 coming back up. 3 for UNCG. Next fight's looking pretty close. We want to hold this corner here and hold sight lines up on that high ground to try and keep from them getting forward spawn.
100%. And we're going to see Cage come out from Max Up. We're going to see the Blizzard come out to combo with it, just like we've seen so many times before. And UAH isn't going to be able to do anything against that because what can you do? You're stuck.
This is a cheese comp. You know, we when I was on a lower team, we played against an Orisa Reaper comp that kind of did the same thing where Orisa pulled him in and then they Beyblade, and we just couldn't have a response for that. And it's a cheese comp. It's hard in the moment to think, okay, what can we do to prevent this from happening? How can we keep our Mauga alive through that freeze? It's hard.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you're just not going to be able to because when he's inside the cage, you could be in there with him and die. But speaking of Cage, we're going to see Vespid come out there. Absolutely huge torpedoes from Smose. We're going to get a pick onto the enemy Maga. We're going to see the Emery ult come out, try to put some damage out. But UNCG is just going to just absolutely run away.
I'm not really sure how Emery's performance is with compared to the other new heroes. I haven't seen too much praise on Emery balancing.
I don't think he's bad. Like, I think he's just fine, because I've been saying for forever that he's just a Soldier 77. Okay, he's Soldier 76, number
Big
2.
slam.
Huge slam, pick onto Opal Bison with the orbital laser to back it up. I mean, you know, the ult rotation from UNCG has been really, really good, and it has been absolutely throwing UAH off.
I think the value they're getting out of each ult is crazy. They're winning fights with 2 ults, 1 ult, as opposed to when UAH is spending, we're spending a lot and sometimes not even able to secure. So if UNCG was to take this one, it would be due to that simple fact. But I think that UAH can have a good counteraction here. With Vendetta ult coming out, we're going to see
Big
Vespid
pick
go down.
from Opal Bison. We're going to see Vespa go down. We're going to see Shrub go down. I think this is still winnable if we can get a couple more picks, especially with a triple kill from Opal Bison. And Smo's is going to do what he can to try to keep Emre up, but with Maga still alive, it's just not going to be much that he can do.
Yeah, it was a 2v3 there at the end, but unfortunately our tank went down and theirs didn't, which kind of just seals the deal in terms of outlasting. But we do get back fast, able to get him off point. It's a 3v3.
Very fast.
Cage comes out.
No Blizzard to back it up, though. So now it's just a straight damage fest, and Vespid is still unfortunately going to go down. As you know, the heals can't really get as far into that cage as they want it to. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the orbital laser come out from Smose here, but he is going to get picked off before he can use it. So now UAH has a duty to stop them from pushing for as long as possible. Which obviously that's the goal of the game mode. But UAH needs to try to hold that bot in one spot, even if they do not get to push it back across for, the middle so they can deactivate the forward spot.
We're in one fight territory here. We have Beat and Freeze on the enemy team. May goes down pretty early.
It's going to be able to put enough damage down range. And UNCG's just going to leave. But Opal Bison's going to keep going, try to get onto this Juno, going to get the pick, leaving just the Maga.
He's hungry.
And, you know, I don't blame him for being hungry. I mean, he's done very well on the Vendetta. He wants to eat. He has been eating good for the most part. But UAH just needs to try to get rid of forward spawn and not let them push any further.
The ults are pretty equal here. We see May has held her freeze, which has been our Achilles heel this match so far. We're going to see Cage come out early on this engage. Beat response.
I mean, we're going to see the Emeriel ult come out, try to put some damage on them. I think that's a really good cage to allow the Blizzard to come through. But we still are going to see the orbital laser, which is going to allow them to do a lot more damage. We're going to see Opal Bison. He's going to get 2! He's going to get 2! And that might be enough. That might be enough.
And he secures it.
I mean, that's it. That's game.
What a big ult. Good performance from Opal Bison tonight.
If there's one thing you can count on Ari for, it's for a big ult when it matters most.
That's what I'm saying. That was crazy.
I mean, it's just, even if he doesn't do so well, not saying that he has done poorly, but even if he doesn't do well, he can still find an opportunity to get a very, very big ult.
I think the Vendetta's just in the right spot for him, honestly. He's been feeling it. I've been enjoying watching it. I mean, the Reaper was good tonight too. I think that he's kind of held on for UH Blue. He's definitely a MVP tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's been making plays in all the games that we've seen, but here tonight he's made the biggest plays of the season so far, despite it being only 2 games.
Yeah, that was a really good match. UH getting that very large lead early on just so they can just sizzle and kind of get pushed back the entire rest of the 10 minutes. I mean, it was spelled good time for them.
I mean, they used the first 5 minutes to get as far as they did, which leaves UNCG hardly any time at all to get back.
I mean, they got really close though. I'll give it to them there.
It was scary for a
I was a
minute
little
there.
nervous. I was a little nervous. We don't know what
Yeah.
the next snap's going to be, but it will be the deciding factor of who wins this series tonight.
And I mean, like I said, we have been due for a long series.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this.
So in
next
spite
match.
of that, to give my voice a break for a minute, we're going to go to break. We're just going to allow them to do a lot more damage. We're going to see Bison. He's going to get 2. He's going to get 2. And that might be enough. That might be
and he
enough. It's
secures
just-
it.
We are. Huge bans. We have a May ban from UAH and a MAGA ban from UNCG.
Yeah, I
mean,
they saw the pressure that May was putting up. I think it's a smart ban.
no, I agree. I agree. This is is gonna make the comp super interesting, I think, for this last map.
I don't think I've seen Havana played at all in comp or in these sorry, the whatever you call it, dude, organized
NECC
games.
games?
Yeah, I was based on the words, but I don't think I've seen it at all. We're gonna see a Zarya comp from UAH as our response for this Domina pick.
Which this is gonna be really tough for UAH because if you know rock paper scissors, you know that Brawl does not beat Poke.
I don't know. I think Zarya is probably pretty good in Domina. I won't lie to you.
I mean, she might be. I mean, if she's full charge, I think she can absolutely destroy sections of the shield.
We're going to see some heavy reliance, I think, on Ashe in this fight. We want to take angles with Ashe. We want to put pressure on and secure kills. And that's going to be the name of the game in terms of taking space. Alongside this this Vendetta engage with Bubble, as we've seen before.
I mean, that's a really weird position for UNCG to come out with, but I guess it's trying to get some early damage in. But Beth's just going to be using the train to his advantage, trying to get some long-range poke damage with the alternate fire for Zarya, even if it's, you know, just a little bit. Waiting for Ahri to be able to go in so that we can bubble him to get him in or out. And it's just a slow fight here to start out the match.
I mean, we saw Lori drop off high ground very early, and our Vendetta able to secure it. Pretty good for in terms of space taking.
Yeah.
We're just looking to see it engage on Bubbles here.
Yeah, and we're going to see it right now as he's going to go in, try to get some damage, get back out. Domina very, very low. Going to be able to get the pick off. Thank you, Ahri. Railgun going to come straight into the dome of Vespid. Not going to be able to take him down, though. And UAH is just going to play this fight very slow, very long, and see if they can get this all the way to this first point, which they might be able to off of this first fight, unless UNCG has a touch from one of their heroes.
We're going to want to see a switch from UNCG. I think purely talking comp, there's an advantage here. We have that good engage from Vendetta and high pressure from everyone else onto the
and just an
Domino.
Absolute bomb from downrange from Shrub to pick off the other Kiriko. I mean, these Kiri projectiles, man, are fake. But, apparently our tank is fake. Apparently Vespid is fake, because he's not in the fight anymore.
It's good to die after we push the point in, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, at this point it means nothing, because the point's auto-pushing to the point that it is at now. But like you were saying before, we're going to see Miss Dime try to take some off angles, get some early damage in, get some resources used, hopefully, but we'll see about that. And we're going to see Vespid pushing straight forward, trying to get up to the high ground. And he's going to be able to take it. They're going to give that to him pretty early because they're going to try to wrap around here as Miss Dime's going to go down to the Sojourn. And we're going to see Rush come out. We're going to see Bola come out. I mean, just ult for ult, and it's going to go in the favor of UNCG.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed this too. We're seeing a little bit of a miscommunication or, you know, lack of communication between our tank and our other two DPS as opposed to how coordinated we were on the first point. I don't think Vendetta's been in the viewpoint of our Zarya trying to take that high ground yet here, which we that's a pretty key point. Is what we need to be.
And I think the sooner UAH realizes that, the sooner they start doing better.
Yeah.
Because we're going to see Vespid try to walk up, get some damage on. He's going to be able to get a bubble into the mix. As Opal Bison's going to be able to try to get this first pick onto the Domina. It's going to work. He's got a bunch of damage coming into him as he's going to fall to the Freya. And we're just kind of sitting in this room. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. But Shrub's going to be able to get out and get back to the point. And UH is finally going to start pushing just a little bit.
There's no tank here for UNCG. This is free space. We just want to build charge for whenever she gets back. We see a big dome on the Kiriko, almost confirming the kill.
Yeah. I mean, that was just a dot.
It'll be up to our Ashe if we want to spend our Bob here against this Rush. And these ults being spent now.
And I don't think that we want to do that, especially if Miss Dime's going to go down where we can't do that. Taking the Rush for no ults is going to be really, really big for UH because they've gotten a good bit of push onto the point thus far. Vespa's just going to try to, you know, just put some damage through, let UAH get out, and reset for this next fight where they might have the ult advantage if Grav and Big Slash, whatever.
That's what, the Vendetta strike. I think that's what I was going to mention before you did. Another key factor of this comp that makes it super strong is that synergy. We have the Grav and also the big blade that cuts through all points of shielding. Like it's unstoppable. It's great. We're gonna see Vendetta on the engage, getting bubbled, trying to just get a little bit more poke out.
And UH is gonna kind of walk in here. Ooh. But big Alarial, big Railgun, I mean, UAH using 0 ultimates. That's
good.
big. They still have 2:15 left on the clock. Took a huge dry fight. Bola's back up. Bola's always up, so that doesn't even really matter. We expect that at this point. And UAH has 3 ultimates going into a fight that is going to tilt very heavily in their favor.
We want a big Zarya grab here. We want a 5-man grab into a slash. I'm not sure how
Yes.
split up they're gonna be to allow that, but we want somebody dying in this next fight, and I don't want it to
I
be
mean-
someone on UAH.
We'll see how that one goes, because, you know,
Grab comes out, does not get anyone.
is unable to get somebody.
Oh.
Ari, unable to get anybody with the slash, and, you know, that's just unfortunate. UNCG is too split up for UAH to capitalize on top of that. They are on the high ground, which UAH has not been able to take back. I think UAH needs to just let this fight happen and regroup.
I mean, not for lack of ults here. We still have beat engage against their Bola, and we still have Bob
Yes.
to secure the point, and Rush to get to cover ground. It's not over. We do
No.
we do see both our tank and DPS switch after they use their ults to a Monkey and the Genji. So we're looking to
And-
dive a lot faster, take space, and use these ults very
And I'm
aggressively.
surprised this didn't come out sooner. I guess we were just waiting for the build-up of the combo ults, try to do what we can. We're going to see Vespa get in here onto this Kiriko. Very, very close to killing her, but she's going to be able to TP out very fast. Oh my god.
We weren't expecting that damage on that far away from point.
I mean, what happened? He got obliterated.
We do have a Lucio in support. He was healing the best he could. A lot of damage. They expected that rotation.
Yeah.
We got to shake it off and then come back in this last 30 seconds.
I mean, we've got 3 ults coming in, but 3 ults are about to be up for UNCG. This is going to be a super deciding factor, because I think it's going to be really tough for UAH to hold to the point that they are currently at. But we're going to see Vespid try to get in here, get some early damage on this Kiriko, let UAH heal up, regroup, come in with 3 ults. We're going to see Vespid go in immediately. We're going to see the beat come out early. We're going to see the Kitsune. We're going to see Bob going to the point. We're going to see Ilario come out. We're going to see Rush come out from UNCG. It's ultimate soup like I have been waiting for the last 2 maps. We're going to see Vespa go down, Smos go down, Opal Bison able to secure 1 kill, able to secure 2 kills with the help of Shrub. Almost getting 3 here. This is still a winnable fight in the overtime. It just matters if Ari is able to get a pick onto one of these people. It's just going to be very hard for him to do so.
Yeah, it is a 2v3 right now. Very tight. No ultimates left to use by either team. Our tank is back. We're going to see a lot of space being taken by both.
Yes.
Maybe able to confirm a Lari kill. She does get out.
Laurie gets out, but that bubble is going to be able to allow Vespa to take so much space that UAH has a chance to try to get all the way pushed to the second point despite being still in overtime.
Early Kiriko pick is huge for UAH here. That's 1 support down.
Yes. And I mean, I think we're going to see Opal Bison try to get in here and get a pick on one of these supports. If he doesn't go down to this Domina, but we're going to see the ultimate come out from Maxug, which is going to be pretty big. Although, I believe that was a Suzu to try to clear that off of Smos, but it wasn't enough to keep him alive. We're going to see the Railgun come out, and I think that's going to be it for round 1. I think the swap was too late.
I don't know if the swap was effective. That's my opinion. I think it was
You
more
might
of
be
a
right.
coordination issue. I think
Yes.
when we got to that second point, we were so, we were thrilled to have pushed through that first point, which is probably one of the harder ones besides point 3. And we just kind of got a little overwhelmed with, the possibilities, the amount of worlds that are our oysters, and we just didn't do
Yeah.
anything. We weren't coordinated.
Are you 70? Are we really using the world as your oyster as a Are we okay?
When I just start yapping, I don't know, man. It just comes out. We see a Ramatra
What?
and Bastion here.
I was
Very
not ready
hard
for
stop.
this.
I mean, I could expect it.
You see, I don't know the comps like that, so I didn't know if that's what was going to happen there.
We I
mean-
think we're gonna play corners here. We're gonna
Yeah.
try and not give up any space. Play the rotation of the Ramatra Nemesis form, and just look to walk down when we can with the Lucio speed and swing corners with this Bastion transformation as well.
100%. I mean, like, it makes sense in my head how it's going to work. I just wasn't prepared to see that, right?
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. A fair assumption. Like, the enemy team is sticking with a pretty similar comp here.
I mean, the same comp, actually, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be tough for UAH to get as much damage down range. They're going to have to wait for UNCG to come to them, which is the unfortunate part about this, is that once they do come to them, if UAH loses that fight, they're going to lose so much ground with the payload. So we're looking to win these fights no matter what.
Trying to get to a good spot for this Bastion 2 swing out. We might see it soon here. We are walking with the speed boost onto Domina, trying to blast her as fast as possible. We're going to see a trade of our DPS for their tank. Pretty worth
Which
it
is
in
a
my
good
eyes.
trade. Yeah, good trade, and we're going to see trying to pick off some of the supports that are off on the off angle. That's the kind of fights we need to replicate throughout these next three and a half-ish minutes, 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Domina is going to be back here.
Oh, big pick onto Ms. Dime on the Bastion. That takes out a lot of the damage aspect that we have. It's going to be really tough for UAH to try to hold any ground here, especially with our Baptiste's not quite back into the mix yet. Well, he is now. But we're going to have to give up a lot of space without the Bastion to provide the damage. So it's going to be a matter of if they can hold this first point or not.
The fact that we were able to keep our tank up there was huge, though. We can keep the space on this corner. Bastion goes down very fast in this next swing, though. Kind of eliminating a lot of the pressure that's being able to put onto their backline.
I think Opal Bison trying to go for a huge pick in the back line wasn't able to get it. It was very tough with all three in the back looking at him. We're going to have to see a reset, and we're going to have to hope that everybody can spawn back in before they get this first point.
I think the first point is pretty well done and over. I think that positioning for this first section of point 2 is going to be where we need to turn our attention.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to get first point, so now we just need to just hold as best we can. We have 4.5 minutes to hold 1 point. That's going to be really hard, but we're going to see Opal Bison, or Miss Dime, put some big damage onto the Domina. Not enough to take her down quite yet, but Opal Bison able to clean up. And without their tank, UNCG just has to fall back.
I'll take a window fight win. I think that's fine. And we've got 4 more ults on the charge, almost up to respond to their 5 ults. We might just need to dry fight this next one. Try and just bait out as many ults as possible.
And I don't know if UH is going to be willing to do that. We're going to see Bola come out and, like, pretty off rip. We're going to see the beat to try to hold that. So now UH needs to know whether or not they're going to use their ults or not. So we're looking to see some of the ults come out from UNCG before we commit ours. We're going to see Domino ult come out. Beth's going to be able to form to get his armor back up and live this fight. Smo's able to get the Kiriko before he's taken down. Big picks on the side of UAH. This is going to be enough as we're going to be able to take out the Sojourn as well and keep this point still.
Big win. That gives them maybe at least 45 seconds of breathing room and also more ult charge for response. And we spent 2 of UNCGs there as well.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. I think it gave us a lot of wiggle room.
And we're going to see the Diva swap, which is going to be very interesting. Ari unable to get a pick into the backline with his ult, or sorry, jeez. Miss Dime unable to get a pick into the backline with the Bastion Artillery. But we are going to be able to get a pick onto the Sojourn anyways. Lots of damage going around. Opal Bison pretty low, trying to get some picks in the backline. While Vespid is just sitting there in front, soaking up damage, putting out damage. We're going to see a pick DPS for DPS. And now it's just going to be a matter of who can get the tank down first. It's going to be tough with the defense matrix from Diva, but Bash is still able to put a lot of damage with that.
They're holding well. I mean, this is not usually a point at where you would hold. You'd like wait till they get to the underpass choke. We have Ilario coming out against Blade, trying to chase her.
Unable to find anybody immediately off the Blade, but still going to be able to get the Diva D-Max, going to be able to get the pick on the Diva anyways. Kiriko in the backline able to put some damage out. It is a 3v3. This is an even fight. But we are going to see Smos go down. We're going to see Vespid go down. And get some big push for UNCG.
That is all of their ults out, though. I mean, Bomb comes back, but Bomb isn't too much of a threat, at least without a Flying Cat. We still have Ramatra ult and Beat to respond to the next 2 pushes. This is winnable.
This is winnable, I would say. 2 minutes left on the clock. UAH, I think, has the ability to stop them for that long. So we're looking for a rotation onto the turret form, in which we're gonna get that out. Diva's gonna have to leave. We're gonna pop Beat early so that we can engage onto the rest of the back line. And I think that's not. I don't think it's the greatest beat, but I think that is enough to get UNCG to back off for long enough that we can make this happen.
Kiriko blows cleanse there. It was an awkward engage by UAH. Couldn't get everyone up on that high ground. Seeing a big skirmish on the high ground. We see our Genji fall to their Genji. And Diva Bomb comes out.
The bomb come out.
Tried to
That's
go
just
into
a-
ult just so he
Yeah,
could
that's an
tank that
unfortunate
bomb.
placement.
Maybe
I
if we
wouldn't
can
be
die
surprised
fast
if we see
enough.
Annihilation come out. Yeah, I think we can play fast enough. We're going to see Annihilation come out. It might be enough to hold the point for long enough for the rest of the team to get back, but he's got all of his armor gone, and he is going to fall. I think that we still have the touch. Ahri looks like he's going to go for first touch. Just kind of hold till everybody else can get back.
Both enemy supports up. They're going to spin on this last fight. MS Dime goes down fairly early.
Yeah, I mean,
Following
that's just a big
Shrub.
railgun. I think this is still winnable. Smo's able to stay onto the point. There might be one more touch.
Unfortunately,
Not quite.
Good match, though. Good match.
Not what we wanted to see in this last map.
Yeah, it was upsetting. It was upsetting, but I don't know. I mean, I think that this was probably the closest we've gotten to winning, like the entire
Yes.
time. I don't know.
Yes.
We saw a
mean,
lot of good plays from everyone.
Taking it to a 3-2, keeping the games close was what we wanted to see, even if we could not win.
Yeah, I think we're not maybe too used to that Bastion Ramacha. The cooldowns cycle was not exactly executed as it should have been, which kind of gave us a bit of an underside to UNCG.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I think that we did well for the most part on defense with that Ram Bastion, but I think that we lost a lot of the coordination on attack, and that did not set us up for success in the way that we want.
Yeah. I don't know. It was close. I mean, it came down to like one fight territory. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm UAH, I'm a little defeated right now, but honestly, it's the best they've played this season, and I think it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we said it last week, the more they practice, the better they're going to get, especially with Worm being out. But this was already a great show of improvement from last week.
I agree. I think the addition of the new heroes might have shaken a lot of teams up. I think it's improved us, weirdly enough. We have a lot more heroes to add into the roster to
Yeah.
fit in some of these niches that we didn't have before in cases of Kiriko getting banned or
Yeah.
Genji getting banned. We can swap to these like Onron or Imre. It's good. I like it.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I think that with 5 heroes dropping at once, it's going to allow us to be in a much better spot for next week.
Yeah. I mean, Valentine's Day tomorrow. Everyone's going to rest up. We're going to get 2 more scrims in after that, and we're going to be in a better spot.
So, with that being said, we will see y'all next week. Thank you for tuning in. I'm excited. We'll see y'all later. We're just going to allow them to do a lot more damage. We're going to see a Bison. Yo, he's going to get 2! He's going to get 2! And that might be enough. That might be
And
enough.
he secures it.
We're just going to allow them to do a lot more damage. We're going to see a Bison. Yo, he's going to get 2! He's going to get 2! And that might be enough. That might be
And he
enough.
secures it.
On them. I think that's a really good cage to allow the Blizzard to come through, but we still are going to see the orbital laser. We're just going to allow them to do a lot more damage. We're going to see a Bison. Yo, he's going to get 2 on them. I think that's a really good cage. Let's go. But we're going to see a big cage come out. I wonder if we're going to see a Bison come in with the death. It's big! It's insane!
Reflected to kill the BAP here.
That's really, really big.
See
Now we're going to see
Blade.
Blade come out from Mobile Bison.
That's 1.
He's going to get 1. He's going to get 2. Well, we are going to see a pretty slow fight starting out, but we're going to see a huge engage from Vespid here. Everybody walking in. MS for this next fight. As we are going to have Rush still be able to come out super early. Super early. We are going to see Smoke.